channel. Oh, let me just take this bra off, honestly, like, oh. Can't see my boob, okay. Hey Vanity Babes, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're talking all about hygiene. But before we do, let me just blot a little bit, cause Shorty is there we go, a little woolly. In today's video, we're talking all about feminine hygiene. You guys, it is nothing to be ashamed of, okay? We're gonna talk about feminine hygiene. This is a safe space. We're all women. Most of us here are women. You know, like there may be some guys who stumble upon this video, but it is completely okay. We're just gonna talk about feminine hygiene, things I do to keep myself so fresh and so clean. The first thing that we think of when we hear the words feminine hygiene is the kuka, okay? Our vagina, our whatever you want to call it, you know, the coochie, the kitty, all that, like like I'm supposed to be an adult and I'm like laughing for some reason, okay? Like it's okay to laugh, honestly, but this video is not like, it's serious, but it's not gonna be like uptight, you know what I mean? The first thing we're gonna talk about is keeping our vagine clean and fresh, okay? So one myth that everyone like believes at one point is that your vagina is supposed to smell like roses, flowers, sweet, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Everyone has a natural scent and it is okay. It's just like we have a natural scent for our bodies. Like I've been told I smell like babies, like don't know why. Multiple people say I smell like a baby, but our vaginas also have a scent, and it doesn't necessarily mean it stinks, and it doesn't mean it smells, you know, the best, you know what I mean? Like, you know your vagina, you know how you feel when you're clean, and you know how you feel when you feel like dirty. So we're just gonna go into a few things to keep it clean, keep it right, keep it tight, keep it fresh. First things first, keeping a nice clean vagina, definitely wiping from the front to the back, okay? When you pee, when you poop, anything like that, you never want to go forward and then back. Like that's just not right. Forth and then back, from front to back. We wipe like this, we wipe like this, because your vagina is so close to your actual like butthole. It gets a little tricky sometimes when wiping. Not saying it's tricky to wipe, but because they're so close, one slip up, one mess up, and you got bacteria from your butt and your coochie. Like it's a no-go, okay? So we want to make sure we're wiping the correct ways, okay? Tip number 2, stop douching. I actually haven't met that many people who still douche. I feel like douching is such an old like thing, but just don't do it. Like apparently douching is supposed to, it's like vinegar, water, and some type of like cleaning thing. It's supposed to clean out the vagina after you have a menstrual cycle to kind of like clean out your uterus, is that what it's called? To kind of like clean that whole area out, you know, make you so fresh and so clean. But that will mess up your pH. pH is the most important thing, okay? The most important to feeling clean and to being clean. Like mostly to feeling clean and having like a nice balance. If your pH is off, everything's off, okay? So we want to make sure we're not douching. Douching just like throws your pH off so much, and it makes it even worse, okay? You may think that you feel gross and kind of smell funny after your period. If you douche, it's gonna be a lot worse. I've personally never douched, and I've always asked my mom, I think I should try it, blah blah blah. She's like, no, it'll mess you up. No, that's like one of the only things I've ever listened to my mom about, and I'm happy I haven't, because I feel like it would have like fucked me up, okay? So we want to avoid douching at all costs. I am going to give you guys some tips on how to keep it clean and how to like rinse it, but your vagina is self-cleaning. You don't want to mess that up, you know what I mean? Like let her do what she does, and she's gonna do it the way she needs to do it, you know? So when washing yourself and trying to clean that area, you don't want to put soap down there, you know what I mean? Soap has a lot of like fragrance in it. It has a lot of different like ingredients that'll really mess your kitty up, okay? So really just rinsing it off with water is the best thing you can do for it. If you feel like there is something down there and you want to clean it out, you know what I mean? BB, take some hydrogen peroxide, 3% hydrogen peroxide, okay? And you just want to, there's a few different things you can do. There's a few different things. Actually, there's only 2. So you can, actually maybe there's 3, no there's 2. So you can take this, mix it with equal parts water. You want to sit in a position that's comfortable with your legs up, you know, and then just let it sit in there for about 3 minutes to kind of like clear it up, you know, and then you stand up, let it drain, and you're good to go. Or you can drench a tampon in some hydrogen peroxide, insert it, and let it sit in there for about 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes, okay? And you want to do that for about 7 days, both options. You want to do for about 7 days. Usually you'll feel it really soon if it's cleared up. I personally, not even gonna lie to you guys, I've had BV before, which is bacterial vaginosis, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's literally just like the bacteria in your vagina, kind of like, it's an imbalance of bacteria in your vagina. You're supposed to have good bacteria and bad bacteria, and it's just like one of those situations where you had more bad than good. Like, it's not like you contracted it or anything, and you can get it from multiple different things. Wiping the wrong way, using wrong soaps, that area being super moist and kind of just like developing bad bacteria. But that's like a really easy way to, that's a really easy and inexpensive way to get rid of it. The next tip, do not use feminine hygiene products. You guys, this is so true. Do not use feminine hygiene products. I used to live for Summer's Eve, the cleanser, like, you know, the wash. I used to live for the wash, the spray, and the wipes. And I feel like, yeah, for a little bit you smell good, but then you feel really weird afterwards. Like, you just feel like your cookies kind of ugh. It just ugh, you know? And that's because they have so much fragrance in them. There's so much alcohol in them. It's like drying it out, and it really does mess with your pH balance. And so a lot of them will say like, oh, pH balance tested, blah blah blah. Oh my god, lies. Your vagina cleans itself. It cleans itself. It will balance itself out. Leave it alone. If there's a product that says balances your pH, it's a lie. How's it gonna balance your pH? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Eat probiotics. So probiotics are actually really good for you. They help with like overall gut health, vaginal health, stuff like that. Eating a probiotic every day really does make a difference. It'll help clear up like yeast infections. I want to say BV, don't quote me on that, but it'll clear up like a lot of different things. And also eating yogurt helps with vaginal health. The bacteria in yogurt, which sounds really good, really gross, does help with stuff like that. If you want to know how, I will leave a little description on the screen so you guys can read that really quick. Okay, next tip is maintain good menstrual hygiene. And by this, I mean changing your tampon every few hours, changing your pad out every few hours, taking a shower every single day. You're on your period, taking a shower every single day. You're not on your period, but you know who's judging, not me. Just making sure the area is clean, making sure that you don't have a tampon or a pad in there or on there for too long. That way, because you don't want it to be thrown off, you don't want it to just be sitting there, you know what I mean? Vaginas don't need to be in moisture, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure you're keeping it dry. Bacteria feeds off of moisture, especially bad bacteria. So say you are on your period, you have literally blood coming out. Blood is wet, and if you're just sitting in it, or if there's a tampon in you all day, bad bacteria is producing as we speak, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're cleaning it and changing your tampons and pads as often as possible whenever they need to be. Also making sure you don't leave your tampon in too long, because you do not want toxic shock syndrome. That's a mouthful. I've never had that, but I have talked to people who have, and they say it's like a life-threatening condition. Like, you can almost die from that, okay? Practice safe sex. Oh my gosh, when I tell you guys, girls, this is a video for like this. Practice safe sex. I don't care if you don't like how they feel. I don't care if you don't like how condoms feel. I don't care if you think you love him, whatever. Let me tell you something. Practice safe sex. One, because you don't want to get pregnant unless that's your goal, you know, whatever. But if your goal is to maintain like a nice clean vagina, if you're not in a committed relationship with someone and you sleep or you have sex with like different dudes, no one's judging, okay? Definitely not I. You definitely want to make sure you're wearing condoms, just because people like your vagina has different bacteria, just like his penis has different bacteria, you know what I mean? And mixing all that together is one thing, but when you're doing that with multiple people, that's so much bacteria inside of you, and that's just not good, like, you know what I mean? And then also, like, I don't want to get too into this because it's a whole nother video, you know, but like, if you're receiving like some oil water, you know what I mean, that's also bacteria going in down there. So you just want to make sure after you're sexually active, you clean, you go pee, and then go ahead, take a shower, wipe yourself off with some hydrogen peroxide, and you good to go, girl. You good to go, okay? Back to safe sex. If latex doesn't feel good to you, there are definitely other alternatives, girl. There's like lambskin, all that other stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, look into it, because that is a big thing. Perform Kegel exercises. So I Kegel all the time. I'm doing it right now. Kegels are pretty much when you flex your vagina, okay? Flexing your vagina. I didn't know that this helped with vaginal health, but I guess it does. But it just keeps it tight. It's exercising a muscle, and girl, that muscle to keep the vagina dry. A lot of people like to say you should only wear white 100% cotton underwear. Avoid wearing nylon or any other man-made fabrics, because they really just do not work, and they actually produce sweating down in that area. Sweating is moisture, and moisture and bacteria in your vagina. It's just not good. It's a no-go, you know. Avoid wearing thongs. That's like a no-brainer. I hate thongs because I feel like thongs are so uncomfortable. It's like a wedgie all day. It's all up in there, and I just hate it so much. Thongs are not good for you. I learned at an early age. If you think about it, a thong is all up in your ass crack, and then it's so close to your vagina, and then it's wet and it's sweaty, and then your discharge comes out, and then it's like going back and forth if you move. It's not a good time, and thongs honestly aren't really ideal in my opinion. So those were some of my tips for vaginal health. I'm gonna go over some of the products that I have been using and I really like. So for body soap, I have been using the dr.bronners soap, the pure Castile soap, the pure Castile soap. And so this is the almond one. It's an 18-in-1, so it does so many things. I actually just read the label of this today, and you can use it for so much. You can use it to wash your dog, you can use it to clean vegetables, you can use it to do everything. Like, it's literally perfect. It's I want to say it's an organic, yeah, certified fair trade, made with organic oils. Like, this stuff is amazing. I've been using it to wash my body, and you guys, that stuff is amazing. I used to use the Sea Booth, and I loved it because it smelled so good, but it had so much fragrance in it, and I just felt like it was throwing everything off. So I gave that a try. It was highly recommended. It keeps you hydrated. Like, you don't feel dry after you get out the shower. Like, some body washes will make you feel dry after you get out the shower. Not that one. That one is really, really good. I also went ahead and picked up the tea tree bar soap, so I'm gonna give this one a try later today. But those are some of the products that I use just to kind of like, you know, keep me together. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys were able to sit back and relate. Like, nothing is weird. I'm definitely gonna do a video on sexual health because, guys, I know when I was some of y'all's age, I did not know anything, and to this day, I still don't know anything because no one taught me. So I'm learning day by day, and I'm freaking 22 years old. You know what I mean? Like, there's just some things people don't tell you, some things you gotta learn on your own. A lot of things they probably don't tell you in school because you don't need to know that in school, you know what I mean? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Also, make sure to leave me a comment down below of what you guys want to see in the future, and I will be sure to write it down and film it for you. Until next time, Vanity Babes, I love you, stay safe, and bye.